5 years old. Sticky fingers, crayon drawings of stick figures holding hands, and the smell of cut grass clinging to summer afternoons. Maya, freckled and gap-toothed, dragged her best friend Ben, all floppy hair and earnest eyes, to the top of the rusted swing set behind his house. The world was small, safe, and filled with the promise of forever, or at least until the next ice cream truck passed by. Gentle children's laughter, the distant squeak of swing chains, and the buzz of cicadas filled the air. Maya, breathless, whispered conspiratorially, "What if we never find anyone else? Like ever? Not even for us?" Ben, serious, nodded vigorously. "We will find someone else. But if we don't, if we're still like us at the big grown-up age, like 30, we could be each other's backup." Maya's eyes widened. "Backup plan? Yeah, like a plan B. But our plan B, only for us. So if no one else wants us, we'll be together. As backup?" Ben held out a slightly bent crayon proudly. "Yeah, backup plan. For when the big grown-up world gets messy, we'll be the backup." A single clear ding of a child's bicycle bell faded into the distance. That was the promise. A childhood pact whispered over a swing set, meant to be a silly joke for the future, a future that felt impossibly far away. Maya and Ben, two kids who'd shared scraped knees and secret codes, cemented a fantasy for a time they couldn't fathom. They were 12 when Maya, heart-pounding after a disastrous first date, texted Ben, "Remember the swing set backup plan?" "Just kidding. But what if?" Ben's reply was a single emoji. And then silence. Life swept them both away. Maya moved across the country for college. Ben stayed for grad school. They kept in touch, just friends, casual, comfortable. The backup plan became a shared, unspoken joke, a tiny, warm ember in the distance. 30 days. The countdown had become a relentless drumbeat in Maya's head. The backup plan wasn't a joke anymore. It was a reality check. Her last serious relationship had ended 6 months ago, a slow fade into "we're just not right for each other" that left her feeling unremarkable. The world seemed to have moved on, leaving her holding the map to a destination she'd forgotten the name of. Gentle rain, the distant city hum, and the tap-tap-tap of Maya's fingers on her keyboard filled the quiet. "Okay, Maya. Deep breaths. You're 29 years, 11 months and 28 days old. The backup plan is officially not a joke. It's a statistic. Time to make it a real joke. Just a little lol to see if he's still breathing, for old time's sake. And to prove I'm not that pathetic." She sent the text. "Hey, Ben, remember the swing set backup plan? Just checking if you found someone to not be backup for yet. 30 is coming for both of us." Saying this is a joke, obviously, but hey, thought I'd ask. The sharp click of her phone unlocking, the distinct ping of the text sending. She stared at the screen, waiting for the inevitable lol or "still single, same as you" reply. She took a sip of cold coffee, shoulders slumping slightly. The rain intensified. The silence stretched. 10 seconds. 20. The digital void felt heavier than the rain outside. Of course, she thought, he's probably with someone, or just moved on. The backup plan was always just a backup, a safety net for a fantasy. And now the net was empty, and she'd thrown a pebble into the void, hoping for a splash. A sharp, insistent ding, not a text but a phone call notification. Maya's phone buzzed violently on the table. She jumped, then stared at the screen. Ben Miller. Call. Her heart stuttered. Ben? Calling? Now? The text was just a joke. The joke. Her fingers hovered over the screen, trembling. Answer it? Ignore it? The childhood promise felt like it was pressing against her ribs. The phone buzzed again. Insistent. She took a shaky breath, voice barely a whisper. "Hello?" A pause. Then Ben's voice, calm, steady, with a faint tremor of held-back emotion. The voice of a man who'd been waiting for this moment for years. Not a joke, not a text, a call. "Hey, it's Ben. I got your text. The one about the swing set. I've been waiting for that text for a long time." "Wait." "Waiting. Ben, I sent that as a joke, like 2 minutes ago. I was just being silly. I didn't think you'd... I mean, you're probably with someone. You're Ben. A soft, genuine chuckle, warm and familiar. I'm not with anyone. And Maya, I've never been not waiting for that call, not since I got that text from you at 12. I knew it wasn't a joke. I just didn't want to be the one to say it. To make it real. To make it not a joke. Long silence. The rain softened. Maya's eyes welled up. She didn't speak, just listened. The swing set, Pan? It wasn't just for kids. It was the first time I ever thought about us being us. Not just friends, not just backup. Us. And I've carried it with me. Every time I dated someone who didn't feel like home, every time I looked at a calendar and saw 29 or 28, I'd think, is she thinking about it too? Is she wondering if I'm still waiting? I kept a photo of us on that swing set on my desk for years, Maya, just to remind me not to be a backup, but to be. You kept a photo on your desk for years? Yeah. I kept it, because the backup plan, it was never just a plan. It was the only plan that ever made sense, the only plan I ever wanted. I didn't want to be your backup, Maya. I wanted to be your only. I was scared. Scared you'd think it was too much. Scared it was just a kid's dream. So I waited for you to say it, to make it real, to make it us. A soft sob from Maya. Then silence, filled only by the rain and their breathing. Oh, Ben, I thought it was a joke. I sent it as a joke, to see if you were still you, to see if you'd even remember. I didn't know you'd wait. I thought it was just a silly thing we said when we were kids, that it was over, that we were just friends. It was never over, Ma. It was always waiting, for you to say it, for you to call. I've been waiting for you to realize it was never a backup. It was always the real plan, the only plan that ever mattered. Maya took a deep, shuddering breath. A slow, genuine smile spread across her face, the first real one she'd had in months. The rain outside seemed to fade into a gentle rhythm. Ben, I'm not joking now. I'm not. I'm here, and I'm not waiting for a backup plan any more. I'm just here, with you. Finally, a soft, relieved sigh from Ben. A long, comfortable silence filled with unspoken understanding. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Maya. I'm here too, and I've been here all along, just waiting for you to find your way back to the swing set, to us. The rain softened to a whisper against the window. The calendar on Maya's laptop screen, still showing 30 days until 30, felt suddenly irrelevant. The backup plan wasn't a safety net for failure. It was the foundation of a life built on a promise whispered on the swing set. The joke was over. The real conversation, the one about us, the one they'd been waiting for since they were 5, had finally begun. And it wasn't a backup. It was the beginning, the only beginning they'd ever needed. The gentle tick of a clock, then the soft, contented sigh of two people who finally feel like they're home.